4 zodiac signs who have a hard time loving themselves. Navigating the world of self-love is no cakewalk, and for some zodiac signs, it's a real uphill battle. We all know that loving oneself is a crucial ingredient to leading a fulfilled life. However, for certain star signs, this journey of self-love can be a bit more challenging than for others. So, which zodiac signs struggle the most when it comes to embracing their own worth? Let's dive in and find out. 1. Virgo. Virgos are notorious for their perfectionist nature. They are often their own worst critic, having high expectations of themselves that can sometimes border on unrealistic. This constant pursuit of perfection can lead to a love-hate relationship with themselves. Virgos are detail-oriented and often spot flaws and shortcomings in themselves that others may not even notice. This hyper-awareness can make self-love a challenging path for them to tread. The thing about Virgos is that they don't just want to be good at what they do, they want to be the best. This relentless drive can make them overlook their own worth and accomplishments. In a world where everyone is striving to be perfect, Virgos need to learn that it's okay not to be flawless. They need to understand that self-love is about accepting and embracing their imperfections, not just their virtues. If you're a Virgo who's struggling with self-love, remember that perfection is an illusion. Embrace your quirks and celebrate your unique qualities, because that's what makes you, you. 2. Pisces. Next up on our list is Pisces. Dreamy and sensitive, Pisces often find themselves lost in a world of their own creation. Pisces individuals are empathic to a fault. They're always ready to lend a sympathetic ear and to step into someone else's shoes. But this heightened sensitivity can sometimes be a double-edged sword, leading them to neglect their own needs and emotions in the process. Self-love can be a tough road for Pisces, because they often prioritize the feelings of others above their own, leaving their own hearts feeling neglected. They are the ones who will go the extra mile for someone else, sometimes even at the cost of their own well-being. In their journey to please others, Pisces often forget to nurture themselves. They need to realize that self-love doesn't mean being selfish. It means taking care of their own needs and emotions too. If you're a Pisces struggling with self-love, remember that it's okay to put yourself first sometimes. You are just as important as the people you care about. 3. Capricorn. Capricorns, known for their ambitious and disciplined nature, are next in line. They are typically the workaholics of the zodiac, dedicated to their goals and often pushing themselves to the brink to achieve them. This unwavering drive and determination are admirable, but it can also lead them to be excessively hard on themselves. Capricorns tend to measure their worth based on their achievements. If they fall short of their goals, they can be incredibly harsh on themselves, leading to a struggle with self-love. What Capricorns need to understand is that self-worth isn't defined by accomplishments alone. They need to learn to value themselves beyond their work and achievements. If you're a Capricorn grappling with self-love, remember that it's okay to take a break and that you're more than just your accomplishments. 4. Cancer. Last but not least, we have Cancer. Cancerians are known for their emotional and sensitive nature. They feel deeply and intensely, which, while allowing them to love others profoundly, can also make self-love a challenging endeavor. Cancerians often find themselves caught up in a whirlpool of emotions. They tend to absorb the feelings of those around them, which can lead to emotional overload and neglect of their own emotional well-being. Self-love for the Cancer zodiac sign means learning to set boundaries. It means distinguishing between their own feelings and those of others. So, dear Cancerians, if you're struggling with self-love, it's time to prioritize your own feelings. After all, your emotional well-being is just as important as that of those you care about. Final words. Self-love isn't an easy journey, especially for these 4 zodiac signs, but it's an essential one that we all need to embark on. regardless of our star sign. I used to think that struggling with self-love was something unusual, but exploring the traits of these zodiac signs has made me realize that it's a common struggle. Whether you're a perfectionist Virgo or an empathetic Pisces, a driven Capricorn, or a sensitive Cancer, understand that self-love is about embracing your strengths and accepting your flaws. After all, the most important relationship you'll ever have is the one with yourself. So, if you identify with any of these signs and feel like you're having a hard time loving yourself, remember this: you're perfectly imperfect, and that's okay. Because self-love isn't about being perfect, it's about being you. And you are enough, just as you are. So friends, Virgo, Pisces, Capricorn, and Cancer. These 4 zodiac signs forget to give as much love to themselves as they love others. These signs have high expectations from themselves, judge themselves all the time, and sometimes are not able to see even their good qualities. But remember, self-love is not a luxury, but a necessity. If you are one of these zodiac signs and are struggling to love yourself, know this: you are not alone. We all go through a phase at some point where accepting ourselves seems difficult. But that is where real healing begins. Comment below and tell us, have you ever felt this way? Have you tried to embrace yourself? Your honest words can help someone else recognize their worth. If you find this video heartwarming, give it a like, share it with a friend who's also struggling. And be sure to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Until then, remember, self-love is not a destination, it's a journey. And you are enough just the way you are.